Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we'll discuss few theorems on inverse of a function. In our last class, we understand the concept of inverse of a function. Please watch that class and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, before we move on to the theorem statement and the solution, first we need to understand one simple concept from our previous class. So this is a mapping from x to y, means function f maps from x to y. What is the mappings we are having? 1 to a, 2 to c, 5 to b. This is 1 to 1 and on to function. Then only inverse possible. So what we say it as f inverse. F inverse is a function that maps from y to x. Exactly turn around. A to 1, b to 5, c to 2. That is what we say it as f inverse function. So this can be write like this. F of x equal to y. What's the meaning of this? Function f applied on element x, it is going to give you output y. Means x is mapping to y. F of 1 equal to a. 1 is mapping to a. That is what the meaning of this f function. These are the basics which we covered previously. F of 1 equal to a. If you are writing the inverse of this function f, then f inverse is also a function f inverse y equal to x. Yes, f inverse of a equal to 1 because a is mapping to 1. That is what inverse means. Y exactly reverse. So f inverse of a equal to 1. So from this we need to understand if we are having f of x equal to y. From this we can write it as f inverse of y equal to x. Means x is equal to f inverse of y. If you understand this, the theorems are very easy to understand. So the point you need to understand, f of x is equal to y means from this you can write it as x equal to f inverse of y. Now coming to the first theorem statement. Show the inverse of a 1 to 1 and onto function is 1 to 1 and onto. Let's take a function f. We need to show that the inverse of this function, the given function is 1 to 1 and onto. Show that the inverse of a 1 to 1 and onto function is also a 1 to 1 and onto. That is what we need to show. So how we are going to show that? Let's try to understand the solution. Given f is 1 to 1. It was said that f is a function from 1 to 1. We need to show that f inverse is also 1 to 1. Similarly, f is a function is an onto function. We need to show that f inverse is also a onto function. In our previous classes, we already discussed how to show 1 to 1 functions. Whether the given function is 1 to 1 or not. So we use the same logic here. Let's take that. Given f is 1 to 1 function, take f inverse of y1 is equal to f inverse of y2 equal to x. It is mapping to x. If you assume that these two are equal, from this we need to show that y1 equal to y2. We are assuming this. From this we need to show that y1 equal to y2. Then we can say that f inverse is a 1 to 1 function. The same logic we used in our previous classes to show 1 to 1 functions. We are using the same thing. So we are assuming that f inverse of y1 equal to f inverse of y2 equal to x. Means f inverse of y1 is mapping to x, f inverse of y2 is mapping to x. So from this given statement, given f is 1 to 1 and we are assuming that this statement, from this we can write it as y1 is equal to f of x. F inverse of y1 is equal to x means y1 is equal to f of x. The above discussion, this is what our discussion says. F inverse of a equal to 1 means f of 1 equal to a. So from the above discussion, y1 equal to f of x, y2 is equal to f of x. So from this, it was clearly shown that y1 equal to f of x, y2 equal to f of x means y1 pointing to f of x, y2 pointing to f of x. But it was already given that f of x is pointing to y1 and f of x is pointing to y2. From the given statement, it was already given that f is a 1-to-1 function. Means x is mapping to y1 and x is mapping to y2. Is it possible? It is possible only if these two are equal. Because it was already given that f is a 1-to-1 function. So definitely y1 equal to y2. So that is what y1 equal to y2. So f inverse y2x is also a 1-to-1 function. So we had showed that. Similarly, we need to show that f inverse is a onto function. Let x belongs to x. X is an element that belongs to set x and y is equal to f of x. From the given statement, f is a function and it is an onto function, we can take this, y is equal to f of x. So from this y is equal to f of x, we can write it as x is equal to f inverse of y. So what is the meaning of this x is equal to f inverse of y? Means for any x, you take any element x. So you take any element x, it is having a mapping from f inverse y. F inverse from y to x. You take any element in x, it is having a mapping from f inverse of y. That is what this statement says. Means for f inverse, this is domain and this is codomain. Every element in the codomain is involving in a relationship with f inverse. That is what this statement says. Means range of this codomain is the range of this x is equal to this f inverse is equal to codomain, which means onto function. These are the basic conditions for onto function. So f inverse is also a onto function. So this is how we need to show that. And coming to the next example, before moving on to the next theorem, we need to understand the concept of identity function. Identity function ix is equal to, take a set x equal to 1 to 5. Identity functions are applied on x mapping to x. X is mapping to x and the relationship and the function maintains this property. 1 maps to 1, 2 maps to 2, 5 maps to 5. Means f of x is equal to x. If it satisfies this property, a mapping from x to x and it satisfies this property, then we say it as an identity function. F of 1 is equal to 1, f of 2 is equal to 2, f of 5 is equal to 5. Then we say it as this is identity function. We are going to use this concept identity function here in the next theorem. So the theorem says that let f x tends to y is an invertible function. Means it is a 1-to-1 function and it is an onto function. If it is invertible, then we need to show that f inverse of f is equal to ix. Ix means identity function x. X maps to x again. That is what identity function. So f inverse circle f composition of f is equal to ix. Similarly, f of f inverse is equal to iy. This is what we need to show. So before showing the theorem proof, we are going to understand it graphically. See here, x, y. This is a 1-to-1 and onto function. We can write the inverse of this function. F of x, 1 mapping to b. Then f inverse of b mapping to x, 1 again. That is what this f inverse of f means. F inverse of f of 1 means b. F inverse of b means again 1, which is again mapping to the same element. That is what ix means. So this is the graphical understanding. We are going to show the proof below. Let's take this f inverse of f. Let x be an element in x. Y is equal to f of x. From this we can write it as x is equal to f inverse of y, since f inverse is a function from y to x. So these two we can write it. So now take f inverse circle f of x, that is equal to, this can be written as f inverse of f of x. F of x can be written as y. So from this we are going to get f inverse equal to y. F inverse y means x. So we started input as x and the output we got is x. So from this we need to understand f inverse circle f of x equal to x again, which means it is a identity function. F inverse circle F is a identity function that starts from x and it is getting the same element x. Similarly, if you want to understand the next one, same thing, y be an element in y means we are starting from y, because we need to show that F circle F inverse of y equal to Iy. So F inverse y is equal to x. From this we can write it as f of x is equal to y. So now take the statement F circle F inverse of y equal to, this can be written as f of F inverse of y. F inverse of y means we can write it as x. From this we are going to get f of x. F of x means we can write it as y. So F circle F inverse of y, we are going to get the output of y, which is Iy. It starts from y and it is going to get the same element y mapping. It is mapping to the same element, which means Iy. So we can state that F circle F inverse of y equal to y, which is equal to Iy. So this is how, with this simple logics, we are going to show the theorem. So this is how the theorems on inverse of a function. Hope you understand these examples. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.